Welcome, everybody. I got the hiccups. A little bit of hiccups. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another exhilarating live stream episode of Lockdown 23 and 1. Let's try that again. There we go. The lives can be a little contemptuous. Ladies and gentlemen, old Diddy had a knife attack. We're gonna speak about it. First blood goes to Daniel Battle. Welcome, my friend. First blood, King's Crown there next to your name. What is that? Number 1 top fans, I'm guessing. I don't know what some of these are. JW, what's going on? Cod Clemson. See, he has a number 1 too, so I don't know who's first here, but I know first blood's Daniel, that's for sure. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about Diddy. As you can see, inmate put shank to Diddy's throat. They got him while he was sleeping. How could this possibly happen to someone with such a celebrity status as old Diddy? Now, I'm going to break it down. You might want to save it or something because I don't really keep the lives going, but I might keep this one going. Who knows? Either way, tap that like button if you're new and enjoy. Only if you enjoy. If you're not new, you already know you enjoy, so go ahead and tap that right now. And, of course, subscribe, notification bell, set it to all. Help me get to the milli. We need like 21,000 more. Not many. We're almost there, ladies and gentlemen. HBZ Incorporated. Homie said, take that, take that. I don't know, bro. Hey, let me get an image of old Diddy up here really quick. Let's see here. Properties. Let's go. Bear with me 1 second. Ooh. Well, where is it? Well, that's strange. It's not even showing my damn image come up. Bear with me. I gotta have an image of Diddy up here, man. So we can have... There we go. Let me fix this up. Put some tape. Oh, not that. Put some tape on this. There we go. Diddy, man. That face is looking sad, bro. It's alright. I can promise y'all. This. Any of y'all diehard Diddy fans. He's gonna be alright, man, out in these streets when he gets out. I can almost guarantee it like 6ix9ine, man, you know. I told you they'd make statues of him, action figures and stuff, and look, here we are. Homeboy showing that he still has the long... I'm talking about 6ix9ine at this point. Still making content, still making money, you know. And I can guarantee the same's gonna happen with old Diddy. Yep. Guaranteed. But anyways, let's get into this story, ladies and gentlemen. My day's going good. My day's going great. I was going to do an upload, a vicious upload of some inmates dying. We're just going to start off from the motherland, as many people would say, California. I haven't done a story on them in a while, but this one deserves to be spoken about. Not to mention, it's like 3 other stories coming with it. Some violent, treacherous inmate on inmate homicide stories coming your way tomorrow or the next day. But that's what was coming today. Stay tuned for that. But, no, he ain't dead, okay? And that's what we're going to talk about, is this story, all right? I'm prolonging it here. Let me get into it. It says, the title of it says, Sean Diddy Combs faces brutal knife attack in Hell on Earth Brooklyn jail as he makes another bid for freedom. And this article was written October 23rd, 2025. I believe just 15 or 16 hours ago or so. It says jailed rapper Sean Pity Sean Diddy Combs was the victim of a terrifying knife attack at the hands of a fellow inmate who snuck into his cell and held a makeshift blade to his throat, according to a friend of the music module. I do not know how to say that word. Maybe someone can help me pronounce it in the comment section below. But this story sounds so weird to me, y'all. I mean, I understand we did a breakdown of some of the past stories of him in the cell block, and we said, yeah, he could be around people. He's getting three-ways, right? For people that don't know what three-ways are, they made an article on it. Someone calls from the streets, and the streets taps into another line from their phone, and it's all connected 3, 4. I've had 5 people on the line at once from prison. Not even playing. So it could be like a little endless chain, but that's a three-way. You can get a call to another person, not using the jail call, but using the person that you called from jail's phone. Right? So we already broke down that he's around inmates. I understand that. But what's the cell like? Is it single cell? Double cell? Anybody that's done time in jails or prisons know that there's many types in some places, especially if I were to guess federal prisons and jails, types of cell blocks, right? And different ways that they're set up. So it's hard to distinguish, but one thing's for sure is, how does someone sneak in your cell and catch you while you're sleeping? Okay, was he sleeping during the day? Highly doubt it. Highly doubt it, but could be. I've seen plenty of people in jail sleeping during the day. If he was sleeping during the day, then he probably had no issues with nobody, or felt like he didn't, right? To be sleeping during the day. But at night, typically, you go to sleep, and usually the only people out in the pod behind that cell door is workers, staff, like trustees, mopping, sweeping, and usually you can get them to do things throughout the night, man. Kick it with them, just, get some cleaning stuff from, all kinds of things you can make happen with them trustees, but the door's locked. So I'm trying to think, did a CO open it? How did he just sneak into a cell? How did Diddy not wake up and hear the big metal door opening? Or is it some kind of dorm setting where there's no cell doors at all, and it's just the COs can see in every cell, and it's just walk in, walk out? I doubt. That's for lowest level offenders. Diddy can't be in a cell block like that. Way too many people could come kill him. It just don't make sense to me how someone can sneak in his cell, especially Diddy. He's got to have some kind of back in there, unless the individual that did it had more back and power than him. If that's the case, then I could easily see how he could sneak in there, some OG cat, put a blade to his throat, say some sweet nothings in his ear, and be about his business. Any person in the right mind knows killing Diddy wouldn't benefit them at all. Maybe if you already had life and you're trying to become like a legendary killer in prison, yeah, but most people that are going home, there's way more to benefit from someone of that than killing, right? That's how I look at it. But let's continue with the story. No one got killed, man. No one got killed. Diddy 55, who it says right here, jailed rapper Sean Diddy Combs was the victim of a terrifying knife attack at the hands of a fellow inmate who snuck into his cell and held a makeshift blade to his throat. I'm gonna get into it again, but that was a recap for y'all just popping in. Diddy 55, who was sentenced to 4 years behind bars earlier this month. And let me just reiterate myself, back in the day, I don't remember how long it was. Maybe someone screen recorded it because I told y'all to do it. I said he wasn't going to get but about 5 clip and he'd be out in 2. That's what I said. And this is, 4 years. And he's probably going to get out. He'll be out in a few months. Few months. Diddy going to be roaming the streets, right? If that's how I'm looking at it, he's already been down quite a bit. I don't know exactly how long, but 4 years is a joke, man. Look, I didn't follow the case, and I wish I could have been in the courtroom watching all, like most of these cases, man, but you can't. And, I'm here to tell you, I'm just going to say it like this. We've seen footage of crazy activities with Diddy, of course. And that can happen with anybody. Anybody. But from what I've seen, you know, I just feel as though he was spared, man. He was spared. I don't know. I feel like me in his shoes, I'm just going to say, would have gotten smoked from here to Kingdom Come. And that's all I'm going to say. I feel as though he got spared as well. So I concur to the 4 years being a joke. Yeah. After all this woo-ha and whatever going on for however long and how much it was blown up, 4 years? Makes no sense. But either way, it does make sense. He was being found guilty on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution and is currently serving out the time inside the horrific Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, New York, where the likes of Ghislaine, Maxwell, and R. Kelly have previously been held. And let's not go down the Maxwell path with Diddy. She's in Texas kicking it. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know what kind of program she's doing. She's probably petting puppies and teaching kittens to do backflips right now in Texas, man. She might even be getting released sooner or later, you know? And this just, if anybody, you know, gets anything from these stories of famous people going to prison. I mean, I've been seeing politicians. I've been following politicians, too, going to prison. I'm like, damn, man, that sucks. But, oh, you know, 2 months later, pardon, Jank. I'm like, damn. They really hit him with a shake and bake, right? Or was it all just a gimmick? That's what I feel like. I'm getting scammed and spammed by everything, right? I don't know. I feel like sometimes with these rappers that are going to come out in the streets, they kind of almost feel that they like boost up their gangster stories from lockup to give them more of a reputation on the streets. That's how I feel like with a lot of situations. No. Once again, I know there's more people in here. But he did not get killed, all right? I'm going to get into details. You gotta understand, though, my mind, I don't trust... Ever since the beginning of this channel, go look at my artwork I was making. Trust none. Since the beginning. Do you think my trust has went better for things or worse as time's progressed within the last 10 years? I don't even trust the air I breathe. I don't trust nothing, man. Diddy's a prison wife? Hell nah, man. He ain't no prison wife. If anything, bro, he'd be the prison goon. You know what I mean? I could see Diddy pressing up, you know what I mean? Either way, trust none. That's how I look at it. Hope for the best, but expect the worst. Oh, he went to prison? I don't know, man. He'll probably be out in 2. The notorious federal jail has been branded hell on earth by former inmates and has a shocking history of inmate violence, murder, and suicides, according to the multiple reports. Look. Hell on earth, all right? Yeah, prison is hell on earth. But you know what? I know a lot of people probably don't want to take it to this level, but... And I try to keep my... eternal life viewpoints or views out of the prison department. But hey, look. They use the word hell on earth to describe a prison. Well, just imagine if hell's really real. What kind of prison do you think that is? You ain't never getting out of it. Maybe we'll talk about that more later on down the road. That's the ultimate prison. Fear it. Because there ain't no coming out of it. At least in my world, you know. A lot of people don't believe in, oh, hell, heaven, you know, but I do. I believe in another realm. And there's much more punishment that you can be punished for in it. That realm. Yeah, that's how I live it, man. It's scary stuff. I know, it's scary. But that's the reality I live in. I don't care what you live in. That's my reality. You don't follow certain precepts, rules, and regulations and stuff and love. Key personal, man, you're at brink of eternal hellfire. Prison unlike anything I've ever seen. So I'm not going down that route this morning. I'm not going down that route And we could go deep into it, because I've studied all aspects of the scripture speaking about that, man. Deep. Apologetics 101. We can go into it one of these days. So yeah, you know, prison's hell on earth for sure, but I can only imagine the eternal prison. I don't ever want a taste of that. The notorious federal jail has been branded hell on earth by former inmates and has a shocking history of inmate violence. Now, according to Diddy's friend, and I apologize if I mispronounce this because I'm not into the beat, but Charlucci Finney? Bro, that name is pretty badass. It kind of reminds me of Lucky Luciano. And let's not get into the crime bosses getting caught up in this gambling rings, man. Y'all see that? Oh, man, they ain't dead. They're still got their hands in the mix. I read a story that there's some crime mob families were rigging the casino deck shufflers. I was just telling y'all it was rigged the other day. Bro, I ain't never taking my 200 in a casino again. I ain't never. God damn. If the card's gonna go underneath the table and get shuffled by a robot, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't trust it. Not one bit. Shuffle it with your freaking phalanges right in front of my eyes. That's it, bro. You know, it's too much scammy. I'm done with it. Now, according to Diddy's friend, the rapper has fallen prey to one of those acts of violence, having awoken in the night to find another inmate. Oh, it was at nighttime, holding a knife to his throat. So what does that mean? What kind of cells do these inmates have in there? That means possibly that the CO popped the door open for this. If I were to guess, guaranteed, if I were to stamp it. OG inmate. Just saying, man, just saying. You think Diddy's a pod boss in there? Pod boss. I think Diddy is somewhat of a pod boss in there. I surely do. I surely do, my friends. Diddy set up by a CO? Yeah, you know, I've covered stories. Let me say this. I've covered stories where people have said that they were sent to kill someone by staff. These are true stories. An inmate was sent to kill another inmate by staff, but went to that guy and told him, I ain't doing it, but I'm here to kill you. I'm not doing it. So who's to say that's the case in this one? We don't know. I'm just putting out hypothetical situations. I don't trust nobody, especially certain COs from certain places, man. All COs, I ain't trusting none of them. You know, you gotta earn a little bit of trust, man, you know, but yeah, you know, I covered a story in Virginia, the prison I was in. COs opened up the doors for blood gang members to go in. Dude was in the Sally Port, leaving the cell block. He was in a whole nother freaking room. And they let out all those blood cats into the secured rooms. And I believe they beat him to death. Same prison I was in, man. I didn't hear about that till after I got out, but I think it happened like a few months after I got out, or a year or two. I don't know. So it happens. You know what I mean? COs could be wanting him dead, you know, anyone. He's a very popular individual, man. Speaking, it says, Finney, who has known Diddy for more than 3 decades, said the attack appears to have been carried out as a warning rather than an actual assault, noting that the aggressor could easily have harmed the music mogul, don't know how to say it, if he wanted to. He woke up to a knife to his throat, Finney said, and added that this isn't the first time the music producer has been nearly injured inside jail. I don't know whether he fought him off or the guards came. I just know that it happened. If this guy had wanted to harm him, Sean would have been harmed. It would only take a second to cut his throat with a weapon and kill him. And that's why I said, did the guards come in? I highly doubt it. Unless he tricked him, he was the only way you can get into a cell, an inmate could trick a CO to get in a cell, because COs ain't really paying attention. A lot of them are switching shifts. They ain't even working the pod. They don't even know the faces that they're looking at. They're just from a different side of the prison, short staffed. They'll come in, and let's say a trustee, Mogul. Okay, Mogul. I hopefully Mogul. Mogul. That sounds good. But look, I've done this before. I said, trustee, pop my cell, and they popped cell wasn't my cell, right? So what if it was a trustee that was working, that was a head OG or something with that banger in his hand, and he said, yo, go pop my cell for me, so. He walks in, ain't his cell, it's Diddy's cell. But at the same time, how you gonna sneak into it if they're popping it? Them things are loud, right? Diddy could have had earplugs in, because I slept with earplugs, you know, foam from the mattress, wrapped around saran wrap. Didn't hear a damn thing. You know, sometimes I did when the block was super loud, I would pop into earplugs, you know, who knows? All kinds of different situations could take place to how this guy could have snuck in. A lot of people are saying it's impossible. It's not. It's not impossible. Sounds crazy though. I'm not gonna lie, but it's not impossible. I'm just testing Mr. Death. What's up? Oh my God, we got 200 million! We got $200 million, y'all! John Rodriguez, two-piece, man. Appreciate you. Bro, I'm a big fan of your podcast. Keep it going. I'm trying till the wheels fall off. That's why I said. 20, I don't even know what that is. Gilbert Guzman, what's up, my friend? I just got $200 million. I'm ending the stream. I'm going to buy me a Lambo. Me and Dolly and Lucy and Spirit are going to be riding in the Lambo tonight. All black. Might just drive past Diddy's jail. Let him know. Hey, you did this for us, bro. Honestly, the title of this thumbnail brought me 200 milli. Thank you, Diddy. I'm just playing. That's probably, I think it's like 20 bucks. Diddy on Tinder? I don't know what, I think it's like knock or something like that. I think dude put, look, if I were to guess, I think Diddy, I think this is what I think happened. Homeboy came into the cell. Diddy probably didn't think anything of it. He's been chilling in that cell block. He probably thinks he's locked in with people, and then all of a sudden, you know, right before he goes home, because he got sentenced to the 4 clip, they know he's a short timer. Maybe homeboy went in and said, look, bro, you're going to be taking care of me for however long. You know what I mean? Or I can take you right now. I don't know, bro. I just know money talks more than anything in lockup. And everyone knows he's got plenty of it. So maybe he did something disrespectful to the guy and he didn't want to kill him, just want to scare him up. Or maybe none of it happened at all. I don't know. Trust none. Trust none. More courtroom analysis, please, man. I want to do a courtroom analysis on this federal courtroom I seen the other day, but I don't know if I'm allowed. Federal courtrooms are so, you know, secretive. And it's literally like a 30-second clip. But man, the reality of the courtroom is just... If they were to hit me with a federal indictment, I walk in that courtroom, first thing I'd say, I wouldn't be thinking about not getting guilty. I'd be like, man, this is beautiful! This is beautiful, Your Honor! Please don't smoke me! Please don't smoke me in this beautiful-ass courtroom. I know it's some of my tax dollars had to have went to that frame. Apple cider cedar? Birch? Oh my God. Alright. Diddy's trying to get a wife. Man, y'all need to stop, man. Bro, that was 200,000 Vietnamese dong. It's about $9. I know it was, bro. I know it was. I'm just playing around, man. Why is it called dong? That's silly. Let's continue reading this. It says it was probably a way to say next time you ain't gonna be so lucky. Well, what the heck is he gonna say next time for? What was the next time? Hey, don't mess with girls again. Next time you won't be... See, people are probably like, hey, bro, you got this bad paperwork. You come in here again? I'm gonna kill you. Come on, man. It don't work like that. If you had bad paperwork and a dude's gonna put a knife to your throat behind the bad paperwork, I can promise you he ain't gonna stop and warn you. He is not going to. And if he does, the dude should never even have a weapon in his hand because he ain't built like that. He's just trying to show off or something. I don't know, bro. But this don't make no sense. And broettes, you know, I apologize. I know there's plenty of ladies in here. Although his recounting the incident comes just days after Diddy revealed that he plans to appeal his sentence and conviction. Lawyers for the musician filed a notice of appeal with the U.S. federal court on October 20th, informing officials of their plan to move forward in their bid to overturn his conviction. Man, I would not be surprised if it gets overturned. I'm not even playing. Not even playing. Yep, I'm betting on it now. I'm betting on it now. I'm betting $10. I'm betting that 20 dong on it now. Apologize, bro. I hate to use your money like that. He's going to get his charges dropped. He's going to beat the appeal from the streets. Watch. Not even playing. That's what I'm feeling, man. I'm calling it now. It says, which the rapper's legal team will base the appeal. Oh, wait, hold on. The filing submitted by Alexandria Shapiro does not specify the grounds on which the rapper's legal team will base the appeal, but his attorneys have previously argued that Diddy's conviction should not stand because the statute regarding transportation for purposes of prostitution does not apply. Oh my. Of course. I can smell it now. If the lawyers are saying that, those high-paid lawyers are saying that, chances are definitely ain't. They're going to beat it, man. I got a feeling. Daniel says he will get pardoned, bro. Appreciate that, Gilbert. Appreciate it, man. And JB, I see you up there. Oh, you were one said, appreciate it, JB, man. He says he'll get pardoned, bro. He ain't going to get a pardon. He's going to beat it straight up. Fight it. Duke it out. Watch. All of his other court cases, and I mean, look at Diddy's track record throughout history. He's been ducking, bobbing, weaving some serious situations. And I can guarantee almost he's going to do so again. And he's going to remain a major music mogul. You heard it here. I'm not saying it as a fan. I'm saying it based upon a hypothesis. I think we all learned that around 9th grade, 10th grade. If you didn't, I don't know what the hell they're teaching these days. All right? Hypothesis is an educated guess. Music is dead. It's been dead. It seems alive to many people, but it's dead. It's really just killing people inside, to be honest. If you're to ask me, I don't even listen to that stuff no more. I listen to Billy Graham radio. And the scatty cruising, man, and hearing old Billy preaching. Oh, the people are like, well, I'm down here in the Bible Belt, so it's normal, man, to hear a preacher screaming at the top of his lungs, based out on some 40 hertz, two audio bonds. Oh, man, you know, it is what it is. That's not the definition of hypothesis. What is it, man? I didn't know you were going to fact check me. Let's look it up, man. Hypothesis. Hypothesis. It's a proposed testable explanation for a phenomenon or educated guess about a relationship between Bro, it's an educated... Don't test me, man. You got to hit that like button now just because I proved your ass wrong. It's an educated guess with variables included. Who does this guy think he is, man? Smarter than me? No. Combs' lawyers have previously pleaded with the courts that the transfer of the music producer from jail due to its long history of violence. Their concerns didn't come without cause, as the facility, which is the only federal jail in New York City, has been plagued with issues since it began holding inmates in 1990s. Which facility hasn't? Huh? We cover stories here across the damn country, north, south, east, west, across the world. What establishments ain't overrun with all kinds of inmate violence, drugs? It don't matter. Some are a little less than others, but they're still flowing like, you know, the salmon of Capistrano. It ain't never gonna change either. The only way it's gonna change is if they get robotic COs, AI-generated security systems with laser beams. That's like the only way that they're gonna stop contraband and the flow of violence in the prison system. Imagine AI robots taking inmates down like bone breakers. That'd be terrifying, bro. I wouldn't mess with them robots. Not one bit. Imagine a goon squad of androids coming into the tank. They don't have no feelings. They just know to put down the threat. Put them down. By any means necessary. That's absolutely terrifying to me. I'm not trying to put no thoughts in anybody's minds, any scientists' minds out there, you know, but maybe I shouldn't have said that. Stormtrooper Janks, yeah, that's... Alright, let's continue. Hold on, someone's tickling my toes. Get off of me, man! Just because I'm talking about Diddy. This is crazy. Bobby's a piece of work, man. Seriously, get down there and do what you're supposed to be doing. Cleaning the dust off my wires, bro. And my figures. I want you to hit the skull next. And the xenomorph queen back. Right corner. However, inmates have long lamented the violence and lack of staff, shower bans, and smuggling of drugs and contraband, some of which they claim is encouraged by jail staff. Yeah. I'm here to tell you, man. I'll never forget this one CO. I'm not going to name him, but he had a gold tooth, and there's a few with gold teeth. So, but this one CO, he had gold teeth, man. He used to come in like every day, go into the cell with this dude, this other inmate, put a pillow in the cell door, and come out, man. And I knew what was going on. I knew exactly what was going on. He was bringing all kinds of stuff in, right? Cash and things you could possibly imagine, right? You know, it happens all the time. All the time. I've seen the dirtiest COs you could possibly imagine. Possibly imagine. So if I were to see it in a little place in Greensville, Virginia, you better believe it's in freaking, where are they at? Brooklyn? It doesn't matter federal or not. Brooklyn? You know something's flying around. Pigeons flying all kinds of goods in there, man. Can't stop those pigeons. Diddy looking for that brother love. Oh man, y'all guys are just stuck on this, ain't y'all? Oh man, Diddy is not 50. He ain't built for this. Oh man. I think Diddy looking rough, just trying to stay awake for months to watch his back. He knows he closes his eyes, he's done for. He already closed his eyes. They put a shank to it. Warned him. Pigeon with XL suitcases. Jeez, XLs? That perplexed. Just joined in. Wow, LA woman in Vegas. What's going on, man? Be careful, Vegas. We just heard the news. Have you heard the news? Have you heard the news? All right. They just found out, like, the old mobsters have been rigging, I don't know what building or what casino it was, or if it was multiples, but the automated shufflers. Yep. And I covered a story today where a guy beat his own friend out of $7 million playing poker. And he was wearing glasses that could see through the cards the whole time. His friend. With special glasses that could let him see through the cards. I don't know if the cards were special and the glasses and the guy just didn't know it. Unreal. You know? Look, this is the thing. I'm here to say, I hate to jump off Diddy, but when it comes down to gambling, look, in prison, around ex-cons cheating your ass every day, I was a winner in poker, in cards. A winner. How can a person be a winner in prison, surrounded by crooks that are trying to cheat me, are cheating me, but in a casino I can barely win 20% of the time? It's rigged. And I will sit here and just keep on talking bad about them things till the end of damn time. Until they bring hand shuffling back, I'll keep on going. The condition, back to Diddy here. Furthermore, 6 of the MDC employees have been charged with crimes over the span of 5 years. Many were accused of accepting bribes or supplying inmates with contraband such as drugs, cell phones, cigarettes, according to the AP. The conditions prompted Combs' team to call for the rapper to await trial, which is expected to take 4 weeks under house arrest at his swanky $48 million Miami mansion. I think I'm going to get tattooed swanky across my forehead. Something about that word makes me feel good and dirty at the same time. Swanky. Y'all better leave Justin alone. He's had a hard life. Leave him alone, man. Breaks my heart seeing Justin sometimes, man. You know, I'm a fan. I'll admit it. Bieber, I'm a fan, bro. Don't fall apart like Britney. God, breaks my heart seeing Britney dance in those videos. Oh, Britney. Britney! Swanky, are you a Lupe Fiasco fan? Whatever happened to that guy? Push Go? Isn't that the name of the song? I'm trying to tell him, I don't want to see Britney like Justin Bieber turn out like Britney. Britney loves Britney. All Britneys love Britney Spears, man. It's guaranteed. And they're all breaking apart right now as we speak, watching another reel or something of Britney dancing. So sad, man. So sad. Many people say many things about that, but we're not going down those routes. It's crazy how we all used to think Britney was the hottest woman on the planet at some point. I never thought that, bro. The only Britney I thought was hot in this world was the one I married before I even met her. I don't know if she heard that, but I'll run it back for her later on if she didn't. I never knew any woman besides Britney, my wife. Never knew anyone. Never met anyone. I didn't even have a life before Britney. Britney's all I know. I love her. She's my everything. Oh, got a little cross-eyed on that one. If you're married, bro, that's how it should be. Don't forget it. You're gonna have issues. Shaq. Let's not talk about Shaq. I'm still using his chair, and it's broken. Shaq, bro, I still need a chair. I asked you to do all kinds of giveaways to people in need. I'm talking about some major giveaways. I can't even get a non-squeaky chair. But you know what? I ain't complaining. That's a wrap for the story, though. And just a recap, just a quick one for anybody who doesn't know. Diddy did not die, okay? He woke up in the middle of the night with an inmate that snuck into his cell and put a blade, a shank, bone crusher to his throat and warned him. Warned him from what? Who the hell knows? Like I said, it ain't his crimes. Hey, man, if you do any more prostitution out there, I'ma kill you. Right? No. What did he do for him to get warned? Maybe he stepped out of line, thought he had a little too much power in the block. They had to reiterate who the hell was in charge here. I don't know, man. Or fake news. Yeah, it could be. But that's the thing with fake news. 99% of the time, you'll never know if it was or not. Especially when it comes to jail or prison. I mean, it's so mysterious. You could just say anything. I mean, look, per prime example, go look at like a lot of these prison YouTubers and stuff. They'll say anything. They'll make... How many freaking stories of prison, bro, do you have? I quit telling stories 7 years ago. I ran out, and I've done almost my whole 20s in and out of prison jail. Bro, and we were in the, I'm just saying. How do you have so many freaking stories, bro? Stop. Just stop and retire or move on to helping people stay out of prison. I don't know what to tell you, man. Stop. It's getting ridiculous. Too many damn bogus stories, bro. I give you the real 100% authenticity, man. And, like I said in the beginning of this stream, you could be scared of prison. And I could preach it to you all you want. Don't go. But I'm here to tell you that ain't the ultimate prison. Like I said, I believe in a dark, dark, dark prison of completely void of any light, called hell. Many names for it, so maybe one of these days I'll start taking that route too, to speak about that type of prison you never want to go to. It's all up to the person's views and what they believe in, so I try to steer clear of that stuff. But prison is hell on earth, and there's a reason why they say that. I'm out of here, though, ladies and gentlemen. Until the next time, hopefully y'all enjoyed. If you're new, and, it's very rare to get real authentic individuals, non-scripted type stuff on YouTube, man. It's very rare sometimes these days. It's not too rare. There's a lot of people, especially up-and-comers, new people. They don't... Diddy's a scapegoat. There's new people that are real. But it seems like as time progresses, they get more viewers, more views. They change. I've seen it personally right before my eyes with many people. Many people. I will never change. I will stay the same from beginning till end. I promise you that. No matter how much money. If I were to get a ton of money, literally I would pay for what I need and I would give all of it away. Not even playing. I don't give a shit about money. I don't give a shit about diamonds. None of that. I know myself and my house will always be taken care of from above. Did the birds worry about the food that they eat the next day? They find it. They find it. Hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. We'll get deeper later on next stream. But stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. I got some crazy inmate on inmate homicides coming your way tomorrow, the next day. All right, so Hades. Yeah, think about Hades a little bit, man. It's scary down there, from what I hear at least.